We got first one, words. What words can't say. I know fuck all about this. It is a new demo. They dropped it today on June 20th. So, we'll just get right into it. A prologue demo. All right, we got Miss Thompson. Maintaining focus must be your top priority, and if any of you are going to make it through your final year at St. Matthias. To do that, your discipline has to be ironclad. To have that, you need to commit yourselves to a consistent schedule of studying. One such program which has, to this day, never failed me is the 4-20-40 rule. Oh, 40-20-40 rule. Okay. I wanted it to be the cool thing. Is that even taught here? Yeah, I never heard of it. You wouldn't have. It's my own method that took years to develop from when I was a student and now a teacher. Let me explain how it works. First, after getting home, the first 40% is allocated to jerking it. Miss Thompson's droning on about her teaching methods again. What an absolute drag. I mean, it's kind of my fault. I forgot how I had guided study today. Damn. Walked right into it. Oh, there's not even music in the background on this. Huh. Walked right into it. I didn't even get a chance to call my folks about it. Actually, oh shit. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. Actually, kind of strange Dad hasn't already called to check up on me. He usually does if I'm running late. Hopefully he's still at work. I'd sell my left horn to be home right now. Wait a second. Isn't there supposed to be double XP bonus this week for Ethereum Runners Frontier? I could grind for a few attachments until some new content drops. Magnolia. Yeah, that'd be nice. The bell can't ring quickly enough, though. What would I do for a full set of Vampire Magi Serpent Skin Mail? That would make doing the raids a breeze. All that sweet element resistance and the +1 to all skills. Oh, but I can already hear casuals whining about me having it. Why do you get to wear the almost perfect caster made armor when you're an assassin? I'm the paladin, not you. Magnolia. Oh, and he'll probably also go on about redoing the raid too. Well, we already cleared all the raids. Why do we gotta do it again? Yeah, the current ones, you dork. Running them is what you do. If you don't want to run them with everyone, just play something else. Not like there's many good co-op game now. Miss Blackwell. Now that I have your attention, Miss Blackwell, I know my lectures can lack excitement. But do try to pay attention. Guided study is almost over. How exactly is anyone supposed to keep focused when she starts to ramble about learning methods? Oh no, there we go. Like I'm the only one who's not paying attention? A quick scan of the room and instantly I'm proven right. One guy is listening to music through some cloud pods, and another girl is using her binder as a cover to text on her phone. And another guy's just doodling in his notebook. At least half this class is in their own little world, and every other class of the day. And yet, here I am, being singled out. Again. Alright, students, that's enough prep work for today. Thompson pulls out a pile of textbooks from behind her podium. Their girth alone tells me that they are from the one class that gives me the no end of grief: mathematics. And since the pile looks uniform, I'll assume it's everyone else's problem class here too. And Miss Thompson finally finishes her advice for academic self-motivation. She calls in her assistant, Miss Vola. Miss Loomy, would you please come in and hand out the textbooks to the class? Miss Loomy. Loomy! Thompson's words finally make a Troodon, whatever, practically barge into the room in a panic. If you be so kind as to start passing out the math textbooks, please. With a nod, Miss Thompson's student assistant starts on her task without another word. Alright. Oh. As she does, she seems more a bit than annoyed. I can almost hear her grumbling under her breath, in a language that kind of sounds like some kind of Phoshish, or is it Chthonian? I try to ignore the possible curse placed by the weird girl as I look around the room. Oh, this shit sucks. Just because my grade slid last year, now I'm forced to attend after-school guided study. It's the first day of the semester, and the school went so far as to withhold the textbooks we need for our classes unless we attend the first meeting. Now every week I'll be robbed of that time that I should be spending at home. Might as well be in detention for how much it feels like it. I want to focus on anything else that isn't Thompson speaking. But the room is basically silent except for her. Thank God we're almost done. I actually feel alive again when I'm out of those doors. But while Thompson's busy finishing up the class, that assistant of hers just drags her feet passing out the last textbooks. As I'm waiting for the school to be done passing out the books, I can't help but feel some of my youth leave my soul. Can't you hurry it up? Well, since the Troodon's deciding to take her time, I'll just get some micro sleep. Miss Thompson's not looking my way. Just for a minute, a quick and little snooze. What? Sorry. Scaredy cat. Acting like she's never seen a ceratops before. Well, okay. Maybe not one as big as me, but still. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen her up that close before. She looks kind of familiar. But I'm not sure she's in any of my other classes. She could be in the honor track. Definitely seems like the real bookish type. Remember everyone, the greatest takeaway from this lesson is the skill of time management. There is a time and place for everything, so do use your time wisely, damn it. She emphasizes that last comment by pointing to what looks like some T-chart titled Time Management on the wall. So, keeping an eye on the librarian, I pull out my phone and see what I've been sent. We hitting this raid tonight or this dork? Which raid? We finished clearing them all last weekend. Casual is typing. Nah, new one I dropped with the update. New one dropped with the update, dude. Antediluvian Caves expansion. Oh fuck, it's out? Been out since this afternoon. We got new content in the grind, man. Raptor Jesus, thank you for answering my prayers. I'll hit you up when I get home. Then we can get started. Bet. See you soon. Crazy, I'm just 3 months. In just 3 months, this noob's proved to be a skilled member of the clan. We can crush the update tonight, then I might even give him a promotion. That or just gift him some skins and credits. And that's my cue. Before Miss Thompson can excuse the class, I grab my bag and stand up. Freedom at last. Boom. What? Fuck. My eyes shut instinctively against a rain of shattered glass. I can feel the grass crumble down my head. I bring my hands to my face and work up to my crest. It all feels numb. I try to move, and I feel a tug. Oh, god damn it. I try to move again, but that earns me more shards of glass. Blackwell, hold still. I'll be right there. I already know I'm going to get punished for this. Why does this shit keep happening to me? I feel the sensation of Thompson's long claws around my face, and I feel fragments of glass getting swept off me. Alright, I think I got it all off your face. Try opening your eyes slowly. I do as asked, and the first thing I see is a relieved Miss Thompson. Good, you're free of cuts. Looks like you got lucky, Miss Blackwell. Yeah, lucky is what I'm feeling right now, right? I crane my neck to see the class's reaction, if any. They're all just staring at me, and like that, my stomach knots up. It's like I'm sort of a sideshow attraction, and I hate it. Miss Thompson seems to be saying something, but I can barely hear her over this dull ringing in my head. God, I hope that's not permanent. Miss Thompson, the freak's making a scene. Lex. She could have fucked someone up. Language. Mag's breaking shit again? From the group of ogling faces, I can hear their whispers. Now, everyone, it was clearly an accident. No need to assign blame where none is present. There's glass all over the floor. I'm not blind, Miss Bedoro. Everyone, you are dismissed. Please carefully file out of the library. But not you, Miss Blackwell. You stay there and don't move. Can one of you find Miss Laura out of there and send her our way? Oh, before I forget, our next guided study will be on Friday, and we'll start a bit earlier than our usual time. So right after your classes, come straight here. The students return to grabbing their stuff, oh, pretty damn slowly. Guess they just want to get a few more looks at me before gunning it out of the room. I pull from the light above me and slowly shake some glass from my head while patting down my shirt and pants. The fixture's completely busted. I hope they don't expect me to pay for it. It's not like I did it on purpose. Everyone's began to slowly pour out of the room except Lex, who lags behind. She gives me a shit-eating grin. Bitch. Don't pay Miss Bordeaux any mind. I'll have a word with her later about minding her own business. Hold on. I'm able to references. There we go. What a mess. Where is that janitor? She steps just outside the room and calls out to the janitor. Quickly, she gives a thumbs up to someone and comes back into the room. God, I just want to go home. I can't really tell her that. She may come off as strict, but she's patient, at least with me. That is to say, Miss Thompson's kind of been one of the only persons who One of the only persons here who don't see me as some wrecking ball to avoid. Magnolia, I wouldn't normally punish you for a simple mistake, but this isn't the first time this has happened. From here on, don't sit under any lights unless they're built into the ceiling, okay? Smart. Miss Blackwell, you should be more careful around your surroundings. Last semester it was the top of the door frame, then a cafeteria light. Today it's my light fixture. Tomorrow, God forbid, you end up injuring another student. And then what? If things like this continue, I don't know. I can't control what Principal Rawfield will do. Listen, Magnolia, if it helps you ought to, before you jump to anything, please think about what's around you. But Miss... Sorry for the wait, folks. Was busy waxing the Chem 3 lab. What seems to be the problem? This student actually shattered the light fixture above her, and I don't have anything in hand to clean up the mess. You don't have a broom and dustpan in the room? No, I don't. You should really keep those in your room, just in case. A clean room, a clean school is a happy school. On that, we agree. But, last I checked, you're the school custodian. So, see, I've done what I can to clean Miss Blackwell. I am asking you to take care of the rest. Please and thank you. That was a little harsh. Before I start cleaning, do you know if the light bulb was fluorescent? Because if it was, she needs to go home as soon as possible to shower that stuff off, and I'll need a mask. Yes, I'm aware. That's why I called you to vacuum up the debris. Oh yeah, sorry, the industrial vacuums are in the night janitor's closet, and I don't have a key to it. Are you telling me the day custodian doesn't have a set of master keys? Oh yeah, sorry about this. I must have left them in my spare pants. I swear it's like they're both trying to waste my time with their bickering. Can't you at least clean her off so she can go home? That I can do. The janitor walks out briefly, only to appear with one of those black trash bags and an ancient duster. Could you hold this bag for me while I sweep you off with this here duster? The janitor puts on some gloves and starts sweeping the feather duster over me, causing some shards to fall down into the bag. That takes care of the leftover bits. Now keep holding on to the bag, kiddo. I'm gonna get the shards from the floor too. The custodian then gets some duct tape from her tool belt and begins to pluck shards off the floor. This wouldn't have happened if they didn't sit all the kids in the back and under lights. Honestly, they thought I'd have the big ones in their own class. Reminds me of this one time. The janitor keeps talking, but I've tuned her out. I took over Miss Thompson's desk. I look over at Miss Thompson's desk, and she's focused on that little pile of paper she was going on about earlier. Hey, kiddo, you catch that? I said you're as good as new. Though I was being serious about the shower suggestion. Can never be too careful, especially with industrial hazards. Thank you for cleaning her up, Laura. Now, how long do you think it'll be to clean the rest of the room? Without a vacuum? Impossible. I think the night crew's better suited to this task. I'll leave the job to them. You can't be serious. Sorry, Thompson. Hands are tied on this one. You know how the front office gets with unauthorized overtime. It can screw up the pay period stubs. Laura, please. It isn't anything too extreme. It's only glass. Exactly. They'll still be there when they sign it. So why don't you turn in for the evening? I have to work to get have too much work to still get finished, especially with Clubs Day coming up. So I don't have time to argue here. Sorry, but like I said, hands are tied on this one. You'd have to talk to. I'm just going to leave these two to argue over the matter. I got somewhere else to be. Just as I'm about to leave the classroom, I get hit with a familiar notification. What's Knight sending me now? Yo, I got Runeload Steel Armor. Adele is saying the boss is an Ice Golem, so I'm using Solar Blades, right? They're also melee, so Nice. When are you getting on? Gonna have to wait a bit. Just leaving the school and have to walk home. What about the bus? Left already. Sucks to hear. I'll be waiting for you. Clan leader, sir. I quickly slip my phone back into my pocket. Knight's a good player. Always on and up for the challenges on ARF. Kinda sucks they chose such a dorky name. I mean, Casual Knight. Everyone made fun of him for it, me included. When he joined, we called him Filthy Casual Knight, but he told me he wouldn't change it. Let them talk shit, I'm keeping it. He can name himself whatever he wants. He plays well, and more importantly, he can keep up. So it's all good in the end. Time to get out of here. Magnolia, one moment, please. Damn it. What now? She gonna tell me more about how I need to be careful about my horns again? I can't control how large they are. She should be complaining about how everything in the school is pretty much made out of cardboard. I'm thinking of making a note for your teachers this year to have your seating changed to avoid more accidents like today from occurring. The semester's only just begun, and I'd hate to have you go through any more indignity on part of the school. I know you can't help what you are. Dare say I know better than most. I was about to say that bitch is pretty tall too. Miss Tossum holds up a long claw. Oh yeah, that too. However, I can only do so much from my position. Thompson moves past me to open the door for me, but not nearly enough for me to leave. You're going through a lot, but I'd like you to keep something in mind for your final year at St. Matthias. The things you let happen, either out of sheer carelessness or otherwise, affect others, whether it's a broken light or something else. But everybody makes mistakes. What's important is that we be mindful and learn from these mistakes. Don't think you're alone there, Magnolia. See you Friday. Okay, Miss Thompson. Exiting the front of the school, I'm hit with a summer breeze that cuts through my t-shirt and sends shivers down my scales. Finally out of the jailhouse. What time is it? A little past 5. I hope I still have enough time before Mom gets home. Walking home every day sucks, but the exercise helps to unwind at least. Gets my thoughts in order. It's my last year. Where am I going to be this time next summer? I haven't done anything different. Nothing around here's changed. Isn't change supposed to just happen with enough time? The sun's still up, but this breeze just doesn't seem to quit. I tuck my hands into my pockets so they don't freeze off. It's the best I can do. Let's just get home. No interruptions this time. Huh? Hey Mags, are you still at school? I'm still at my club meeting. You need a ride? dismissive. I'm good. I don't feel like waiting. Talk to you later. Who's Eli? You know, the weather is kind of the best part of living in Orbit Park. It isn't known for much, except it's one of the few parts of the country's southern coast and that gets all 4 seasons. It's barely a tourist town and won't come up on any larger map. But in the winter, when the cold seems like it bites, you get a lot of new faces who come to see the frost on the bald cypress trees around the outskirts of town. It's become a big seasonal event, though my parents have always been too busy to check it out for ourselves. Things have been rough for a while, but we've been hanging on. Maybe this year could be different. Is you home? Another 20 minutes and I'm home. Gotta do some small chores. How far you gotten into the drop? Meh, lots of mobs. It's better with a group. So hurry your ass, Mange. We be walking. Are we playing as a female protagonist in this game? Or is this just introducing her? I did not read the description. Shit, it's already dark. I'm definitely late. Mom's probably in there, pissed as hell. I can already imagine her complaining. I test the waters by opening the door slowly. Mags, that you? Dad, what's he doing home early? Yeah, Dad, it's me. Not like it could be anyone else. I was worried. I got a message from your school saying you had some type of accident. Are you okay? Okay, I wonder if the little symbols that they put under their character dialogue. We got grizzly bear chainsaw, canteen, army hat, helmet. Born to grill. Very dad. Little like Arizona landscape, desert shit, cowboy hat, sheriff, star. I'm fine. Just wasn't paying attention to the stuff around me. And then Mags herself, we got, I guess, off-brand World of Warcraft Horde markings. Rock music, locked away heart, teddy bear, scary bat, donut. Hell yeah. I'm fine, just wasn't paying attention to the stuff around me. That's an old story, Mags. Aren't you tired of it? Cough. It's not a story, it's what happened. Sweetie, what have I told you about being careless? I know, Dad. Did work let you out early? Yeah. I just couldn't shake this damn cough at work. Oh no! Foreman told me I couldn't be there if I was sick. Something about me not being safe and potentially infecting all my coworkers with whatever's got me coughing. Cough. I was already working as far away from everyone else as possible. Even had my welding mask on just so I wouldn't spread nothing. But the foreman sent me home. Said he couldn't risk it. I hate all these new regulations after Dan Chthonian cough of 89. So until I'm over this, they're putting me on sick leave. Do you think you got the cough? No, damn it, I'm fine. It's just a cold. It's all this recent weather. It's hot one day, then suddenly cool, then it's rainy, then it's humid. Work still doesn't have fans or any HVAC. I mean, I've told Herb several times, you gotta get in here with dust in the air, and it ain't no good. Oh, you got guys in here with dust in the air, and it's not good. But it says his hands are tied with. Just pisses me off, not gonna lie. I used up enough of my PT as is. I use up any more hours, and I'll get the juicy end of the year bonus. That's not how paid time off works. But enough of that. I'm glad you're home safe and sound, love bug. Is Mags home? Yes, honey. Mags, You should go say hi to your mother. Ooh, she's in a jumpsuit. Hi, Mom. Mags, I'm running late for work. Please make sure you take out the trash. Also, there's some dinner wrapped in the fridge. Ooh, what's Mom got? Mom's got work, music, shining hearts, more food, fossils, more food, and more food. Mm-hmm. What? Surprised I can't cook a 3-course meal in under an hour? I didn't say that. Well, if you need to, go ahead and make something else if your dad wants it. You're taking home ec this year, right? Put that to some use. And speaking of school, why are you here so late? Please tell me you didn't get in trouble again. Mags, I can't call off work this early. This is soon into the district's first week. Whatever it is the school kept you for, you better go back and make it right, because I can't afford to lose hours with your father stuck at home, you understand? It was an accident. What was that? We'll be fine here, baby. You set me up just perfect. Sure. But when I say I, it means we. We can't afford to lose hours. So Max, I don't want to hear any more. I don't want to hear anything more about from your school. Okay, good. Anyways, food's in the fridge, humidifier's plugged in, you know what to do. Love y'all, bye. Bye. What are you watching? Valencia. Bleh. What's wrong with that? It's so old and cheesy and the acting's terrible. But the lessons are timeless. And of course it's got style. It's all myth, you know. It's played up for the audience. True, but the fundamentals of this show come from what really existed. There were ranchers, cattlemen, outlaws. And Jezebels. Yeah, sure. But best of all, you could have been anything back then. Things tested you. You had this freedom. Have you eaten? A little. I'm not hungry. I'm sorry for getting here late, Dad. I wasn't paying attention to the time. They kept me for this guided study thing, you know, because of my grades in math. I just hadn't done so well last year. And the buses, they stopped running to this side after 5. I crashed into one of those light fixtures right at the bell and had to help clean it up. But I'm okay, no cuts or burns. Could have been here sooner. It's my fault Mom had to come early and, you know, set you up. I'm sorry, Dad. It's okay, don't sweat it, baby. I'm gonna heat up dinner Mom made. You want some? In a minute. This episode's almost done. The 3 sisters are fighting over the same man. Again. Always. The last episode we watched was about the second oldest sister being made to do all the cattle errands since her siblings were out doing stuff around town. Eventually, she tells them she's had enough. And then they all fight each other before coming to an understanding and hugging it out. Relatable and wholesome. I looked at Dad if he's watching, but nope, he fell asleep in his recliner. I noticed he's finished his plate. Guess I have to clean up. Most of said cleaning is just making sure to take the napkins Dad stuffed in between his side cushions. Talk about bad habit. Thank you. What's that? Love you. You too. I make sure to lower the TV volume, take the plates to the sink, and toss the trash out before heading back to my room. Aw, she remembered. The last couple of hours are left for me to game and relax, and as I get to my room, the weight of the day melts off my shoulders. I want to see the bedroom. I like to lay down and sleep everything off, but I've got a raid calling out my name. And I've got a noob to embarrass. I power up my PC and load up ARF. So we got band posters, we got Super Sentai shit. What else we got? Off-brand Pokemon, Game and Chair, PC, energy drink, food bag, bookshelf, stickers. All right, nothing to stand out. Let the main menu hang on the screen for a bit, admiring the music. Oh. The song's been there since the alpha build. It's that good. Man, the composers were cooking with this one. The music from the main venue just sits on its own, like honey to my ears. I've waited all day for this. I don't where night lives, but I'm sure there's time to do this run. I check my phone and see I missed a message from them. Hey, not gonna make it tonight, sorry. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. 0% phone battery. My fingers fly over the phone, start texting back. What's up? Did something happen again? Remember that move I told you about? The lease went through way earlier than I thought. My parents are in a packing frenzy and I have to help them move out. They made me box my computer. The plan is to head out tonight. Dude, seriously, that's so not cool. Aw, man, is casual night gonna be your love interest and you find out he's a human? I know, it's complete bullshit. I tried to tell him, but they didn't give shit. They didn't give a shit what I had to say. I was on earlier, but yeah, now I'm heading out. Sorry I couldn't fit a sesh with you before they made me pack my shit. I'm sorry, man, that just sucks hard. It's not even the worst part. What do you mean? The new place doesn't even have internet. Like, literally zero. Dude, there's no way a house nowadays won't have internet. I wish I was fucking with you. There's an installation fee we pay once we get there. Between us unpacking and getting settled in, it'll take a while. The bullshit keeps piling up. I honestly can't say anything except for, I'm sorry you're going through that, and I know that alone won't fix it. I do know one thing, though. You'll be back. This isn't goodbye. You just won't be available for a while. This almost feels like it's directed at me than them. We could still talk. I mean, this is their account. We can keep in touch until they get their service installed. Well, then again, would they even be interested in that? They're going through something. The last thing they'd want is some internet rando bugging them about their day. When you're back, we just pick up from where you left off. I'm glad you'll be pulling all night. I'll gladly pull all-nighters to get you up to speed on ARF. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. I'll let you know when I'm back up. Until then, I just have to figure this all out as I go. Amen to that. Stay safe, Knight. I just barely see him sending a saluting emoji before I throw my phone and myself onto the bed. There's still small pieces of that light on my shirt. I should probably shower before I even lie down. Oh wow, an animated fan. The day's been a dip bust. I can still play a bit of ARF, but on my own? Talk about boring. No homework either. I've got nothing else to do. No one else to talk to. Well, there's Eli. I really don't want to bother her. Don't want to come off like a bitch, especially after blowing her off like I did. Everyone makes mistakes. Ugh. Who does Thomas think she's kidding? If everything I do is still going to be scrutinized, then why bother? Today proved that. The others just stared at me like I'm some kind of freak. It was just an accident, but word will spread all around school over what happened. Miss Thompson and Dad, they try to sympathize, but at this point I'm starting to just get tired of all of it. As time passes, the hum of my computer and my ceiling fan's soft creaking drown out my thoughts. My breathing slows, and I can feel myself sink into the bed. It's kind of been going like this since sophomore year. This cycle of school and home, nowhere else. I can hope that maybe tomorrow will be different. When it's just been school, home, my room, then sleep. Just school, home, my room, then sleep. School, home, room, sleep. School, home, sleep. And sleep. And sleep. And there it is. That's the prologue. Alright, that's fun. I think they're gonna flip the script and make the dad an anime mom. They even had him with the fucking blanket and shit. And the anonymous cough. Poor bastard. He may as well be a cop close to retirement in an 80s movie. He's so fucked. Yeah, I think they flipped the script. I think we're playing as a female character as the primary. And then your love interest is going to be a dude. They done flipped it on us. They am not it. Well, it's been fun to play something of it. I've been seeing it on Twitter for a while. Definitely interested. And then we'll start the next one.